Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online class. So today we'll solve some neat questions related to magnetism and matter. So related to magnet we will solve some numericals. Okay, just I will read out the question here. Look at the question. The magnetic length of a bar magnet is 10 centimeter. Look at here. They given magnetic length. So magnetic length of the bar magnet is 10 centimeter. Then its geometric length is, so which thing I need to find out here? Geometric length I need to find out here. So we know the thing, magnetic length value is always less than that of geometric length. So what is the correcting formula? Magnetic length, which is equal to 5 by 6 times of the geometric length. Look at here, they given magnetic length 10 centimeter into 6 divided by 5, which is equal to geometric length. Look at here, geometric length which is equal to 12 centimeter. This is the answer. What is the geometric length value here? Geometric length is 12 centimeter. Next one, two magnets have their length in the ratio 2:3. Look at here, magnetic length in the ratio 2:3 means 2L1 and 2L2. So those are 2 by 3, right? Their pole strength is 3:4. Pole strength I will represent by the letter small m. So its value is 3 by 4. Which thing they asked to determine here? The ratio of their magnetic moment. Look at here. Magnetic moment I will represent by the letter capital M, right? So magnetic length which is equal to m into 2L here, m1 into 2L1 divide by m2 into 2L2, right? Look at here, m1 by m2. m1 means 3 here, 2L1 means 2 I can consider, m2 value is 4, 2L2 value is 3. So what's the ratio here? m1 by m2, it is in the ratio of 1:2. Magnetic moment are in the ratio of 1:2. Though this is the answer. Next one, look at the third question here. If bar magnet of pole strength m and magnetic moment m, look at here, one bar magnet is there, its pole strength is m and its magnetic moment is capital M, cut equally 5 parts parallel to the axis. So it means that 5 parts parallel to the axis. So x is, it is equal to parallel to the axis, and 4 parts perpendicular to the axis, y which is equal to 4, right? Then pole strength and magnetic moment of each poles respectively. Look at here, if I divide that magnet into a 5 equal parts, look at here, so in that situation magnetic moment m which is equal to m divided by, so this is the connecting formula, m divided by x into y, m dash which is equal to m, x means 5, so y means 4, so that is 20, m dash which is equal to m by 20 here. Now magnetic moment as well as, so which thing they asked to determine here? Pole strength here. So look at here, in this case, look at, so pole strength which is depends upon the area of cross section, right? Look at here, if it is depends upon that area of cross section means if you cut that magnet in a perpendicular direction, so if you cut that magnet in a perpendicular direction, so pole strength will be remains the same, so it is same here. So along that parallel to, so if you cut that magnet in a perpendicular manner, pole strength will be remain same. Why? Because area of cross section will be same. Look at here, so in that second case, m by x, m divided by 5, this is the answer for that pole strength. So this is the answer for pole strength here. Okay, look at that next fourth question. A magnetized straight wire has a magnetic moment m. One straight wire is there, its magnetic moment is m. It is bent into semicircular arc. Its magnetic moment becomes, look at here, semicircle means theta value I can take it as pi here. So total circle means 360 degree, that is 2 pi. Semicircle means that is pi we can consider. we are having connecting formula for that. M dash, which is equal to 2m sine of theta by 2 divided by theta, we can consider. Fill the value in this formula. 2 into m sine of theta means pi here, pi by 2 divided by pi. Sine of 90 means 1, so 2m by pi. This is the required answer. We'll go for next question here. Look at here. A thin bar magnet of length L, so one magnet is there, its length is L and magnetic moment is M, is bent at the midpoint so that two parts are right angles here. One magnet I will bend at the middle, so those two parts are right angles here. If these two parts are right angles means, so this is the case we can consider. I bent at the middle. Here I will take that south pole, north pole, south pole, north pole. What is the direction of the magnetic moment here? South to north. Here this is south to north direction, right? Initially this was the magnet, right? This is the initial case. Its length is L and its magnetic moment is M. I divide into two equal parts, L by 2. Length becomes L by 2 and magnetic moment becomes M by 2, right? Now new length, so which thing they asked to determine here? New magnetic length and as well as new magnetic moment. So new magnetic length, which is equal to, so L by 2 means L square by 4. This is also L square by 4, which is equal to 4 2L square, then L dash, which is equal to L divided by root 2. L divided by root 2. Sorry, this is about magnetic length. Now magnetic moment M dash, which is equal to M by 2. So it is along negative x-axis, minus M by 2 I cap, plus, look at here, south to north, positive y-axis, M by 2 J cap we can consider. Magnitude I can find out here. M by 2 whole square, M square by 4. This is also M square by 4. M dash, which is equal to 2M square. So finally I will get it as M by root 2. So this is the required answer. L by root 2 and as well as M by root 2 be the new magnetic length as well as magnetic moment here. Okay. Next one. A magnetized wire. So one wire is there, so it got magnetized here. A magnetized wire of magnetic moment M is bent into an arc of circles subtending an angle of 60 degree at the center. So wire I will take it here. So I will bend in this way. It subtend an angle of 60 degree at the center they mention. So at the center, what is the angle? 60 degree here. Then the new magnetic moment will be, which thing I need to find out here? New magnetic moment. Again the same formula, M dash, which is equal to 2m sine of theta by 2 divided by theta, right? M dash, look at here, 2 into m. So theta means 60 here, 60 by 2, 30, sine of 30 degree. So sine 60, theta value is 60. 60 shall I write it as pi by 3 here? M dash, which is equal to sine 30 means 1 by 2. Here it is pi by 3. Two term will get cancelled out here. M dash, which is equal to m divided by pi by 3 or 3m by pi. This is the required answer for sixth question here. We'll go for next one. Okay, look at that. Seventh one is theoretical question. From that vector addition, the answer will be 0. Look at that eighth one. The resultant magnetic moment of the following arrangement is. So just I will write that arrangement here. This is the magnet and this is the direction M, right? I will take that another magnet this is M, angle is 60 degree, and this is also M, and here this is also M. This angle is also 60 degree. I want to find that resultant magnetic moment. Look at here, these two are in same direction, M and M. So just I will take it as 2M here, and in the same way this is also in the same direction, that is also 2M. Here 60 degree, here 60 degree, total angle is 120 degree. Then resultant magnetic moment will be from parallelogram law of vector addition, p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So p square means 2m, so 2m square means 2m means 4m square plus, so q also 2m, so this is also 4m square plus 2 times of p into q, 2 into p means 2m, q means 2m, angle is 120 degree. So cos of 120 means minus 1 by 2. This term will get cancelled out. M dash, which is equal to 8m square plus of 4m into 4m. Sorry, 2m into 2m, 4m. Here minus sign is there. So minus of 4m square here. 8m square minus of 4m square. Square root of 4m square, or which is equal to 2m we can consider. What is our answer? So our answer is 2m here. Now look at here, ninth question. So ninth question also I solved. So just go through the synopsis and you will get the answer for ninth question.